Hey everyone, welcome back to Transport Fever and welcome back to Errors. Just thought I'd watch this plane come in to our lovely airport. Love it, love it, love it. Today we're going to be checking out the logistics across the land, making sure that everything is running smoothly. So let's scroll out, turn some graphics on and see what's what. As you can see across the land, there's a whole lot of icons everywhere. So yeah, today's just going to be about making sure we have the right trains, the right buses, the right trams, all that kind of stuff on the line. So yeah, lots of buying of stuff. I mean, we're right here and you can see at our lovely aircraft museum. I love this area. I think that looks fantastic, doesn't it? Yeah, I love it. You can see that this is a little bit overloaded here. So what happens around here, if we turn the lines on, is goods come from Ambridge. They get trucked down to here. They get dropped off over here on the left-hand side. And then that spawns across to there, and then on this bluer line, the teal line, it goes across into the town of Reeds and delivered. So yeah, this all comes down to what Reeds wants. So if we click on Reeds, it says it wants up to 160 bread, and it's pretty simple really. At the moment, about, what's that, 70, 80, 90 or something, I think, yeah, 71, yeah, it hasn't been, these two haven't been delivered. About 80 something hundreds coming, so I think we can bump this up a little bit. So currently the rate is 74, so we'll give it maybe 2 more friends. I mean, technically if it gets up to 160 we'll need more, but that will do for now. And here's the other guy. Here's the guy who's bringing it inbound, and this is the intercity one, and it's running at 95. Let's bump that up a little bit more too. We'll give them 2 more. You can watch this guy come land. Just turn some graphics off. Love it. Get the mouse out of the way so the aircraft field or airlift field is not highlighted. And taxiing in. Cool. Actually, there's a guy taking off over there too. We'll watch that. We'll do a bit of plane spotting, bus spotting, tram spotting, train spotting today. And away they go. That's the one that came in at the start. I think they're off to do another lap. So that's that sorted out a little bit. Watch that guy bank off to the left. They go way off the edge of the map, way over there for a joy flight, and then just come back. The airport in the void out there does actually have needs, and you can actually tell it has needs by clicking on this thing. This mod actually has a fake airport way out there in the void, but you can see it right here, so that's good. Looking over here, I can see there's a whole lot of stuff on this platform. I think these numbers are kind of okay, 37 and 4. What we should probably do is, rather than just walking around the map looking at overloaded stations, there's a UI for this guy. So if we sort this by overload, you can see that these two are terrible. So if we jump over to this small full bread, we permanently know this place is bad. If you look at the airfield, it's got 1,500 queued up. Actually, this one down here's got 510. Which is the one that is shuttling bread from here over to the main cargo station. We do have a little bit of contention on this line, but I think we probably can get maybe 1 more train in here. You can see this one's sitting here waiting for this guy to come out, because through here it's single track. But there's nobody in the station. There's nobody going around the loop. I think we can probably afford to add 1 more. So let's manage the line, manage the vehicles, and we'll dupe that. And where are you coming out of? Are you coming out of this spawn point? You didn't. Where are you? Okay, you're coming out of the main depot over here. Awesome. That area does not cause any problems. We know that works quite well. So they'll happily work out how to get on the line and do their thing. And since we're down this corner, this train line down here down to the beach, it tends to be not very busy, so I'm sure we can continue to use just 1 train. If you look at the charts, it's averaging 50 to 100 per year, and so I think that's about right. Looks okay. Actually, talking of which, there it is coming in. I love this scrub. I think I have no idea what mod I installed to get that, but I love it. I think it looks fantastic. It's nice to have an old engine sometimes. Another successful trip down to the beach. Hopefully they won't get a storm and flood out the track. I love the amount of detail around here. And then over here is our little ferry service that goes across the islands here. And this end's got 6. I think these guys hold 9, so that should be fine. And of interest is the one going that way. Okay, that one went empty. So yeah, this is definitely fine. It's actually probably really well balanced. Actually, I think those two are doing a great job. And then across here we've got some cargo stuff, and they're all happily loading stuff up. And I assume the next guy will turn up. Yeah, there you go. That's probably over-serviced, and I've looked at this before. I'm sure this route across here is fine. This runs at 234, and it only has 200 going down it, so that's fine. And lastly, you've got some fish stuff. You can see this guy's queued up waiting. So yeah, everything down this corner looks pretty good. Let's go back to the UI that helps us here. So that bread hopefully will get a little bit better. The plain part of this, watch this go in. This part is always going to be overloaded. I can't add any more planes to this. If I do, they just start combating each other. Because the runway doesn't have space for another plane, risky. I have to wait for the plane to come in, load or unload, and then take off again before another plane can turn up, and that's just not practical. So turn around so we can see that train coming through. Yeah, so basically we are stuck with the 4 planes, I believe it is, that we have. So this game really can be made to look fantastic. Yes, that does clip through there. Unfortunately, I wish they stopped a little bit further back. That'd be nicer. But you can see them loading up. This model is fantastic. It actually puts the food inside. You actually can see it in the fuselage there, which is awesome. And then off into the yonder. As you can see, that took up a lot of time, and so we really can't afford another plane to turn up to about now-ish. And if we turn around, I think you will see that there's another plane probably pretty close. Yeah, there's another train queued up. So this is starting to get a bit queued. This guy's going to get queued behind. Yeah, it's a little bit saturated. I do have a signal down here. So as soon as they get past a certain point down here, I think it's... I'm not sure where it is. But there's a signal down here somewhere. There it is right there. That one right there. That will pull that next train forward. So that's the best I can do for that. Alright, yeah, so let's look at that UI. Keep on getting distracted, having too much fun. So that was the field. So what's Albert Street? You are in Reeds. Oh, you are a very busy bus station. These can get overwhelmed. So yeah, this holds 60. So when a train unloads, I'm wondering... Actually, it's also one here too. Oh, there's one there as well. Wow, okay. So that looks like it's quite overwhelmed. Plus, I don't know if we're actually getting coverage. So there is a spot there. That's cargo. So where is the last... So there's one there. And there is one there. Okay, so... I am tempted to tell it to come down to here. So we'll put down this here, manage the line, and then we'll add a station. And after Manchester Road, I want you to come down here, just so we get a little bit more distance. And obviously 3 is not cutting it. I'm going to bet we need a lot more. We'll go all the way up to 10. It's probably too many, but I definitely don't want Reeds to be under service. So that should hopefully help that. It looks like they're kind of spreading their usage out between there and the one over here. What we could do is we do have a bus line that goes from here over to the over to the plane. So what we could do, just to alleviate that bus stop right there, because you can see how it's got 7 people in the museum, we could change the side of the road for that. So I'm going to put the museum, let's put it, so how do you get out of the station? You get out of the station by coming out of here. Okay, so let's put it over here, and I will modify this one and go manage the line, and we are going to put that over there, and I'm going to call that the Reeds Airport 1, and then this one, oh, we've got lots of different names. All right, so, and then, oh, I don't like, how did that naming happen? No, that's not Reeds Airport. Okay, I did name it wrong. All right, so this one, are you number 2? 1 and 3. Oh, okay, so this one is Reeds Station, and what I need to do is get rid of that one, I think. Nope, got the wrong one. Cross the road, please. There we go. So yeah, they come around, and then they go to the other side of the road. I think you probably can see these people, yeah, changing side. Are you trying to, if I get that person, yeah, they maybe change side, but hopefully that will get better. But at least we've got rid of some of that contention. The museum one, 20 people, it's quite full. Let's get that up to 5 as well. Look at that. Get a nice cargo train coming flying by. Looks a little bit rusty. How are our finances? So, okay, they're good. You know what? Manage the vehicles. Everybody gets a little bit of paint. Let's try to make them not look as dirty as they are. All right. So we start at the bottom, and we got this done, which is going to bring it up to Lone. I think the obvious one is just have a look here and see how this is going. This is pretty full. We can see, if you look at the terminals, we are using 105 of additional storage, which is what all this stuff is over here. We have a mod. It's this the RadiKyle one? I think it is. Actually, I think I can find it for you pretty easily. I think it's, yeah, RadiKyle from Mod.io, not from Steam, from Mod.io, pull platform storage. And when you do that, what you can do is when you configure the thing, under MISC, there's this one, and then you can say, hey, I want storage to come here. So you can see how I've got this here. That's making this segment available, and then there's one here that's causing this segment and this segment. And that's why the packages are huddled around that thing. So we could probably, you know, maybe do it there, and you can see how they've built it out. So I deliberately put it in places where I think it would look good. You can see over here on these ones, I've got this one set so that this shed kind of extends out. So that's how that works. Good little way of making a little bit of diorama. But regardless of how much storage we've got, and there's a lot of extra storage hanging around to handle the additional overload of the main thing, we don't have enough on here. So my guess is, how much did one of these carry? This carries what, 200 and about 300 of something, and there is 300. We probably can deal with maybe one more, as long as we don't have one turning up anytime soon. So that's our express service. We can just watch that go by. This is our lovely Nigel Grimsley A4. Booyah! With those lovely teak carriages. That's a long train. That's all 320 meters, that one. Oh, and there goes a flying Scotsman out the other way. That was good timing. Love it. Yeah, so I haven't seen any cargo trains for a while. Actually, there's one there now. So I think the spacing's pretty good that we can just manage the vehicles, and we'll get one more of those. While we're down here, you can see from a lines point of view, we have the green and the yellow. So the green is the Great Western going that way, and I think that's kind of okay. Was it okay? Yeah, it's got 3 and 3. That's fine. And then the orange is the inbound from the bread. What I've realized is there should be one more on this. Looks like I forgot to bring Eastern online. So this town over here, we added a passenger service, and you can definitely see passengers queuing up, which is fantastic. But I never brought a train in on this line. So yeah, so this is the Great Eastern Railway, and what we need to do is make a cargo equivalent. So yeah, let's make a new line. Train Great Eastern. So I started at Lodestone. So I'll start this one in Lodestone Cargo. Add station, Lodestone Cargo. And I'm going to dock it way over here on the left-hand side. We're going to go, platform 1 of an alternate of 2. I'm actually tempted to take the alternates off of those purple ones and just keep them to the right. And then they're going to come down this track, across this double one, squeeze through, run, and then simply just come down to this bad boy, and you need to, actually I clicked on the wrong one, I need to click on the cargo icon, there it goes, and then they'll just do a flipperoo, all the signaling did its job, and then unlike the passenger service, which actually comes down and swoops, I need to press this button, swoops to the left so it can go down into the lovely King's Cross Diorama station. This guy is actually going to go up and over and actually use this line for the first time and come in, and then they have the opportunity to go to either of those two ones. So that works out pretty well. We could put an alternate over here on the right hand side as well. I mean, I think it's a bit ludicrous. Actually, I think I actually am tempted to turn the purples off. I don't think there's a reason for them to be over here on the left hand side. So we'll get rid of those two, and we'll reserve those tracks for Eastern. I think that looks pretty good. Talking of Eastern, there is the Eastern passenger service. Hi buddy, actually you know what, I'm going to watch you come over the bridge. So yeah, they come over here across the main line. There goes the Flying Scotsman underneath, and then they climb out of the station over there. They came up around, and then if we have a bit of patience here, they'll come sneaking over the hill and give us a pretty good look. Yeah, down here we have all the Powerline mods. This whole end of the map I have gone around and done the dioramaing, and then actually underneath these bridges there's also the abutment additions. Oh, look at that. Love it. How full are you out of interest? You have 62, 120. You're not going to get a friend. And then should we sit here and just continue to watch this guy come along? Yeah, I really have enjoyed this area of the map. I think it looks pretty cool. I think the even though it's straight, I think it looks good. And I think all the little additions, like this crossing thing for the workers and stuff, looks pretty good. This spare rail on the track. And we can watch the Lionel, the LNER A4 Nigel Grimsley go flying back out the other way with its nice teak coaches. I was going to say carriages, now it turned into, I don't know what it turned into. I love some good train spotting. That was fun. All right, so we've got a line. Let's make a engine for it. I don't think we have any obvious depot, unless that is one. Actually, I probably can actually fabricate one. So if we turn on the depots, is that a depot? It is not. Well, you know what? Let's put down a depot anyway. So buildings and then depots. And for now, let's have fun. You know what? I'm just going to dock this on here. And and then they can go through there. Now this is designed to be a yard, so that is the designed to be the end of the line. So that's going to work. Let's get a Let's get a train built and put on that line. We've got to go Great Western since it's the Great Eastern Railway. And we want something that is designed for cargo. Let's do it by attractive effort, but we'll keep it cheap. So maybe where's the small prairies? There's a large prairie. We can go a pannier. I love a good pannier. Small prairie. Let's do a small prairie. Do I want to run it backwards? Ooh, I'm going to run it backwards. Do I want to run it backwards? I think this one looks cool. Yeah, I don't want it's too late. That one's kind of cool. This one's good. Yeah, let's do this one. It'll run backwards. That's kind of cool. And then from a wagon point of view, it's going to bring in, what do you want? You want bricks, packages, and bread. So that's kind of like boxcar stuff. So let's give them some pretty boring boxcars. We'll give them 3 of those. And then we want some goods. I think that's about the only choice I've got. Yeah, because the state cars, that one does let me do some stuff. Does it let me do bricks on any of those? No. So let's bring some bricks over as well. So it is 80. I'm a little bit worried about the speed. Okay, that was 97. Okay, let's do some of those. And then we'll finish it off with these ones, which are all kind of all-purpose. They always work well. So, yeah, 85 meters should be fine. And we'll shove that on line 1, which we need to rename. And then that train's coming in, so we can watch that happen while I rename the line. I've got to click on the correct thing. And so, yeah, while that guy's coming in, let's rename this. So this is going to be Train Cargo Great Eastern Railway. Yeah, I think that's how it works. And so, yeah, I like how this diorama turned out. I assume our train's coming out. Maybe. Are you going to come out? Are you moving? Oh, you're just going over the bridge slowly. Okay, let's watch that. Let's watch them go over the turntable. Actually, while we're here, I'm going to fix that that edge. Let's give this something like this, and we'll make it look like it's been deliberately cut down. It's kind of strawy though, isn't it? What I really want is probably yeah, what do I want here? Maybe something gravelly. Yeah, something a bit more gravelly. So it deliberately spread some granite type stuff around. I mean, I could use basalt, not basalt. I could use ballast. Brain couldn't think of it then. There you're over it, and off you go. I don't think I've ever used a 5531 before. That's cool. That's very cool. I think that is actually a first for me. And signals have done the right job and everything. We've got into town. Yeah, I do like this diorama. I think it's nice and simple. I think it, with all of the trucks and stuff, and the wall, and yeah, putting down the forklifts and stuff, and yeah, extra boxes and stuff, and the crane. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I assume... yeah, it's just stopped. I assume I have signals on this. I probably don't have too many. Yeah, I don't actually. This needs to have more signals. So let's go pretty simple. We'll get them out of here and around the corner. So we'll let them move up to there. This is going to be one way, and then on the line I'm going to make it a bit easier. Yeah, this whole area needs a whole lot of dioramaing. We need to put some fences and all that type of stuff. So you can go there, and then you can go there, and then either side of the the road. I'll do that again. No, actually, I'll leave that one. And then that's definitely going to be something like that. Something like that. Something like that. And yeah, we'll put a couple more over here to move them up. And that should be fine. I don't want to have many more than that. Do I want to have a gantry here? I probably don't. Saying that though, as they exit, it's a long way. Yeah, let's put one there. That should do as well. So let's click on this guy. And hopefully they will have something to deliver to Euston. I don't know, or Easton. I don't know what the coverage is like. So it looks like the station does cover most of town, and ditto for the passengers. There is no, if I remember right, there is no bus or anything around here. No, there's not. So it's risky whatever the town can, how far they can reach to the station, which is fine by me. I don't want this town particularly to grow too much. Out of interest, at this end, do we have anything on the platform? So don't forget, it has to come from the original place and has to finally arrive here to transfer. So just because trains are coming in with goods and stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean that that train had goods destined for Easton. So it does take a while for it to build up. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to watch Flying Scotsman. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so if we click on the town, you can see from a supplier's point of view, yep, Cornhill Bricks, which is literally at the far end of the map. It's so far away you can't even see it through the fog. It's up there. That's got a long way to deliver. And then Bread across the map is trying to get here and doing its best. So we'll see how it goes. Obviously, it'll take a little bit of time to build up, but yeah, it's good to have that additional line now operational. That one's probably okay. That is a Great Western Railway line, so that's another opportunity for us to have a look about what's going on. It's going to unload a huge amount of stuff. Yeah, well, it's unloading. Yeah, you can see how that emergency area is kicking in because it's trying to unload 300-ish. And you can see it filled up that platform and has filled up all the reserved areas. So, yeah. And then these two are fighting for the track. So I think the cargo is probably pretty good. That's looking okay. This one, maybe not. This is Lonestone. That's that direction. So unless a train turns up soon, there is one there who is empty. This is probably okay. Yeah, let's go for a bit of a ride. Looks like we have maintenance turned on these, which is good. Keeping them nice and clean and tidy. Got a whole lot of box cars and wagons, so risky we can take most goods with this guy. Go through this nice short tunnel. Once again, got all of the fences and stuff around here. Love the flowers on the side here. Signals are waving us in. All the speed signs. They're all in kilometers. I need to go around and replace all of them. I need to change the save game to run in miles, but then if I do that, I will need to go around and fix all the speeds. So I think I might bother to do that when we get to diesel. Current plan. Let's talk about the series. If you got this far in the episode, don't forget to press a like, subscribe, blah blah blah, all that YouTube stuff. You notice it's a bit slower lately. I burnt out a little bit, and I also have slightly changed my approach to the series. I want to make sure that every episode delivers something. So there's been a couple of episodes where we did half the job and then finished it in the next one. The Key was kind of that example. What I want to do is do it in one episode. That's why you saw the castle get basically completed in one episode. So what I'm trying to do is work out exactly what I want to do to completion, which means I have to do planning, which tends to mean what I do is I play the game, I do it for an hour or two, then throw the save game away, and then record the episode. And so it has meant that because of the kind of like the increased rigor in each episode, it does mean that I've slowed down a bit. Also, I just got back into Farming Simulator, which is stealing some of my time. I'm playing that maybe 10, 20 hours a week, and so that's also not helped. If you like Farming Simulator, go over to the Developer Plays series. I'm doing a series where I'm trying to speed run the castle in the New Highlands map, Kinley. So yeah, if you're into Farming Sim, there's 10 episodes or whatever it is over there that you can go enjoy. Alright, with all that waffling, this guy went to the station, picked up stuff. Looks like they are not full, so hopefully from that point of view, from a Ashford point of view, it is in a pretty good state. If I get the right thing, yes, yeah, it's fine now. So I think this is going okay. I'm not too concerned about the cargo line. I think that's doing a pretty good job. The cargo line does end here right now. I don't have it going up to Gwenlow. I don't know if I will, but the passenger service does go up there. It's kind of hard to see because I've got it in a nice dark green. What does the passenger count look like up here? So you have 109 on this line, which is round that way, which is the Flying Scotsman's, which I know there should only be one, but I like the train. I love seeing them. So from a Great Western point of view, these guys can hold 144. So by the time they get to the end of the line, it should be empty. I'm not too worried about that. From this point of view, these hold 96. And so unless someone turns up really, really soon, this is not going to... Well, this is turning up. I think I'm going to add one more of those. One more Flying Scotsman. And you know what? Just because I can... Manage vehicles, I'm going to make one more of those as well. And so, yeah. And watch the Flying Scotsman come through. Yeah, this Flying Scotsman does a lot of the map. It's responsible for Whiskey. It's the backbone of our passenger network. Cool. Up on the hill here is the castle we made last time. Yeah, the only thing you probably haven't seen is I added the buildings around the back here. How busy is this? Oh, it is busy. That's another example of something which we probably can just double. Well, that's an immediate success. How many is there? 51, yeah. So yeah, I did a couple of small things. I put down some benches and you know, all the stonework got added between episodes. The trees, all the extra houses, and yeah, I just had fun with trying to use the road to do this. I use a fountain asset for this, and then I use Ingo's person asset and dumped in. This is 2 groups of people, and so it's like they're having some meeting with them. From the farm one, surprisingly, from this one, from the My Farm thing, there's a really cool cart in here. So I sprinkled some of those carts around. There's actually a fair few of them. One there, one there. You know what? One there, one there. It's like everybody owns a cart for some obscure reason. And so yeah, I think this looks pretty cool. I try to give it like a Bavarian Christmas vibe. Yeah, I need to find some Christmas mods or something so that we can have fun around Christmas and put maybe a Christmas tree in the forecourt here or something. But because this is real roads, you can see that people are actually using them to walk around to their houses. So that looks really cool. And plus, the castle just looks cool, doesn't it? I love it. Love it, love it. I did, there was a comment saying, hey, you put a castle down and then covered it with trees. That was pretty fair. So I trimmed back the trees that were above this line. So I've kind of used this line as a thing. So if it was higher than that, it got deleted. Normally it was mainly these big, huge cedar type things that got cut down. So that exposed it a bit more. I probably could get rid of some around here just to give these guys a view, but these guys kind of look inward rather than outward, so I'm kind of okay with that. The fish is going great over here. Our canning factory is getting canning going. Fish is arriving, but because we haven't got steel yet, that'll be a diesel error thing. That's not doing anything. So yeah, pretty good. All right, Do we have anything else that's overloaded? Looks like we've got rid of the Albert Road thing. Is a lot healthier. Awesome. So this line, yeah, it's got plenty of capacity now. In fact, we're probably even losing money now. And this one looks pretty good too. And this train is full. Yeah, that's the one we just made another one of. So I think it is pretty good that we did that. Let's just make sure that all of these have some maintenance. We can't have them looking ugly. That'd be just rude. And so from a stopping point of view, so basically the express comes through the middle and just passes, and then the stopping, all those Flying Scotsmen park on the left and the right. I think with those extra trains we've just added, that should be okay. So pretty good success, I think. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. If we just go type, oh, there's 174 people there at Ambridge. Express train, which is the blue one, going towards Cornhill, which is that way. That should be okay. I don't really want to be making one more of these trains. I don't think it's going to be worth it. And then, is there anything else that's kind of a worry? There's a 60 at Eastern. Oh, this guy is popular. There you go. He's about to pull in. As our new Great Eastern Railway train comes thundering into the station, that will definitely be the end of the episode. Don't forget to press like, don't forget to press subscribe, shove a comment down below about what you want to see next, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everybody.